Okay, let's look at this question. When taking a penalty kick, a footballer applies a force of 30.0 Newton for a period of 0.05 seconds. If the mass of the ball is 0.075 kilogram, calculate the speed with which the ball moves off. Calculate the speed with which the ball moves off. Now, before the ball was kicked, by the footballer, it was stationary. It was stationary. So that is the initial velocity, u, initial velocity of the ball will be 0 because it wasn't moving before the footballer kicked the ball. And now we are given the mass of the ball to be, mass of the ball is given as 0.075 kilogram. And the force applied by the footballer, F, is equals to 30.0 Newton. That is the force applied to kick the ball by the footballer. And the time of applying the force, the time taken by the footballer for applying the force, T, is equals to 0.05 seconds. Now the question asks you to find the velocity or find the speed with which the ball moves off. And that is the final velocity. V is not known. That is the final velocity. Initially, before the ball was kicked, it wasn't moving. And that is why U, that is initial velocity of the ball, is 0. But after it was kicked, after the ball was kicked, definitely it will move or it will speed off at a particular velocity. And that's what we are asked to find. And don't forget, one of the laws of motion, Newton's laws of motion, we can remind ourselves that F is equals to m bracket V minus U over T. In other words, we can say that Ft is equals to m bracket V minus U. That's under impulse. Okay. The force applied by the footballer is what F stands for. 30 times the time taken for applying the force, 0.05 seconds, and is equals to mass of the ball. Mass of the ball is given as 0.075, and then bracket final velocity V minus 0. Don't forget the reason why the initial velocity is 0. Okay, so that means we now multiply 30 times 0.05. 30 times 0.05, that gives us 1.5. So is equals to 0.075 times V. That will give us 0.075 V. So divide both sides by 0.075. 0.075. This goes with this. So we can say V is equals to, when we divide that, V is equals to 1.5 over 0.075. So our V will be equals to, when you divide that gives us 20 meters per second. And that is the speed with which the ball takes off. And I hope we got that. Thank you for listening.